History with Larry.
All right, Larry, what do we have this week in the history bin?
Well, today's going to be a little different.
It's going to be a little different?
Yeah, it's been a crazy week.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, it's just the last couple of weeks, actually.
Larry?
A little stressful.
What are you
Okay,
doing?
so you're just doing like story of George Washington?
No, I got a couple little fun stories.
Okay.
'Cause I needed a laugh, and I thought other people might too.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Couple Florida man stories.
Oh, boy.
So these are a little
Brace
older.
yourself.
Yeah, these are great. The first one is about a man. One, if you're going to rob a place,
If you're going to rob a place.
not that you should.
You should change your mind.
Yes. But if you're going to,
If you're going to.
a fast food restaurant is probably not the place to start.
In the drive-thru?
In the drive-thru.
In the drive-thru is not.
And
Yes.
your weapon of choice should not be an alligator.
Yes. I've heard about this one.
Yeah, a Florida man down in, I believe it was Miami, tried to rob a Wendy's with an alligator, throwing it through the drive-thru.
He threw it?
Yes.
Is that really an attempt to rob or just attack?
Well, then did he wait by the window for like them to hand out a bag of money, or like, what's the plan?
Yeah, I think
it's just assault at that point.
Yeah, there are some other influences.
Okay.
You don't say. Right.
Wow.
Was alcohol involved?
Maybe it's something a little
Prescription
stronger.
drugs?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Another Florida man story. This is
Okay.
actually a Florida woman.
Oh, is there a difference?
Well, actually, it's both. This story includes both. So we want to be, inclusive.
Oh, yeah,
here.
sure.
So,
Yeah.
a Florida woman was pulled over in her pickup truck because in the back of her pickup truck was a naked man in a dog crate.
Yes, in a dog crate.
Yes. Again, some substances were involved in this.
You don't say again.
I'm kind of starting to see why you were willing to move out of Florida. I would too with some of
In
these
the dog
stories.
crate. Hopefully, this was an oversized dog crate.
It was. It
Poor
was a
guy.
bigger,
Was he a
yeah.
willing participant?
I think so.
boy.
It gets a little weird down in South Florida.
It does.
Okay.
It gets hot, so you start losing your mind.
Yes. It's a little weird story, but anyway, the one more Florida man story. This
Florida
is kind
man.
of a funny but a good one. This took place kind of north of Miami in
Ocala?
No, not that far north.
Disney?
There was a pond behind this guy's house, and in the pond was an alligator. But
course.
he was walking his little dog, one of those little lap
Oh,
dogs.
Fifi's going.
Fifi got attacked by an alligator.
No.
Yeah. So this man, I think he feared telling his wife that Fifi got ate by an alligator more than the alligator. So he jumped in
He went after him.
and wrestled the alligator and got little Fifi back.
What?
But the funny thing, if you watch the video of this, the funny thing about it
Give
is
me back my son.
he never lost. He kept a cigar in his mouth the whole time.
That's a man. You give me back my dog.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, that's enough for the Florida man story. Here's some historical stories that are kind of funny.
okay.
Actually, wait. There's one more Florida man I forgot.
One more.
One more, and I promise that's it. Florida man was arrested, and he had a T-shirt. The T-shirt said, "Who needs drugs?" Underneath that said, "Seriously, who needs drugs?" He was arrested for
Drugs?
drugs.
Just say no, man. It's working for him.
Oh, anyway, okay, enough Florida man story. Here's a couple of short stories of history. Whoever invented the fire hydrant was a great,
He was a dog lover.
Well, maybe, but it was a great invention, and we'd like to give credit to him, but we're not able to because the patent for it with the name and stuff of the man burned up in a fire.
That's terrible.
Is that true?
It's true. Yeah, there's irony for you.
Oh my goodness.
If only we had a John Smith around. No.
Yeah. So, okay, so this one is sort of like sometimes you got to take a gamble in life.
Yeah, you do,
And you hope
like moving to Louisiana.
Yeah, that's right. And you hope the person doesn't call your bluff.
Okay, like what are we talking about?
Well, there was a general, this is in China.
Oh.
He was facing a 150,000 man army,
Oh, well, that's not a challenge you want to take.
especially when you only have 100 warriors on your side.
Well, the Greeks kind of did that for a while. You
Right.
know, Thermopylae.
This is, I'm going to get the name wrong, but it's Shu, S-H-U, General. And his
General
name,
Tao?
It was Zhang Ling, Z-H-U-G-E.
Zhangling, huh?
Okay.
He knew he was going to lose, but he took a gamble, and
What's the gamble?
when he opened the gates to his city,
Okay.
and he jumped on top of the gate and started playing his lute, I guess like a flute.
I don't think so, Tim.
The other army thought it was a trap and didn't want to invade the city, so they left.
So it worked.
Oh, wow.
So it worked. Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Great.
What was
don't
the
know.
trap? I mean, like,
Well, because-
let's go listen to this guy play, and they're going to attack us.
Well, no, he figured if he doesn't have a big army, why would he open the gates?
Oh,
Yeah.
So he flung open the gates, say, "Come on, boys!"
Wow.
isn't
he
that
started-
like what they call reverse psychology?
Yeah, that's right.
You just tricked them.
So it took a gamble, and
Yeah, it worked.
It worked. So
Oh, wow.
that's
Until the
it.
news got out, and then they were like, "Get back, get over there."
All right, one more kind of funny story. This is about a pirate
Pirates.
governor. What's the pirate's name?
You know, pirate movies, they're always rated.
Arr. You didn't see that one coming?
No.
Oh, that's funny. All right.
Which isn't true, by the way. But anyway,
Again, I'm not good with pronouncing names, especially foreign names. I don't know why people can't have
Captain Kidd.
No, why can't they have names like Larry? Mike? It's
because they're not from America.
I know. It just makes it easy. Well, this is Jean. How do you say it?
It's French.
Yeah.
Jean.
Lafitte.
Lafitte. Yeah,
F-I-T-T-E.
Yeah, he's from around
Anyway.
here.
A
Well,
governor.
he's not really from around here, but he was over in Lake Charles area.
Really?
Yeah.
Did
he's
you see
stationed.
him?
Well, there's like at least as far as I know, there's like a Lafitte. I
There's a
think they
lot of
named
things
it.
around there that are named after him.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, I don't know.
He's a famous pirate.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. He was.
Anyway, governor put a bounty on his head
Yes.
for $500.
Woo.
So he, in turn,
He
put
cut
a
his own-
bounty on the governor's head for $5,000.
That's a pirate move.
Yeah, that's a pirate move. What a way to turn the tables.
Yes.
Anyway.
How did it turn out for Lafitte?
Well, eventually he met his fate. But
Yeah, there's actually a street here in town called Jean Lafitte.
oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because he's pretty well known in this area.
Well,
Like, I
so does
haven't
that
met
mean
him.
like Louisiana liked their pirates?
They did house a lot of pirates in their days. I mean, this is New Orleans area we're talking about. But
Yeah.
the Lake Charles area, I was just told that Lafitte was more in that area. But along the coast, there's a history there that he buried his treasure somewhere in the Lake Charles area. But yeah, Lafitte.
At the USS Kidd Museum, there's a whole wall of history about him.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Not to go.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's
Louisiana
one
celebrates
of the,
their pirates.
one of the first basketball teams' name was the Pirates, and not that has anything to do with anything, but it did. I mean, because pirates were a thing in the Bay Area in New Orleans, the shipping and all that.
Yeah, Tampa had that too. And they have a festival every
I
year.
thought they had Buccaneers.
Well, they were swashbucklers, but Gasparilla is a big event
Yeah,
too.
yeah. If you're on the
so-
Gulf Coast, along that coast,
Yeah.
I mean, New Orleans and Tampa being big cities, but
Yeah.
Lake Charles was where Jean Lafitte supposedly lived for a while.
That's
And,
interesting.
Yeah,
Awesome.
there's a lake right there, Lake Charles.
Oh,
I don't know what it's called, but anyway, so that's Jean Lafitte.
awesome. Well, see, the history time did turn into a history lesson.
There
Yeah.
you go. Cool.
One last story.
Oh, another one.
So sometimes you know how your kids collect little things, and especially little boys, rocks, sticks, and everything.
Yes.
Well, this little boy, it didn't give his name, but he collected a rock, and he didn't want to give it up, so the family used it as a doorstop. They had it for 3 years, and finally discovered what it was. It was a big chunk of gold.
There is
Come
no
on.
way.
Oh, wow.
That's funny. They're so rich they use nugget for a doorstop. Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Anyway, sorry I didn't have a real history lesson, like I said, but
Yeah,
it was
that
a
was
little.
fun.
But just some. I thought this would be fun.
Little fun facts.
Yeah, little fun
Yep.
facts.
Yeah,
So,
a Florida man and some little history nuggets. Well,
Yeah.
cool deal. All right, Larry has upgraded. He's no longer a Luddite. He's got a laptop.
no more paper and pen. Yes, so you can't make fun of me now.
That is awesome.
I just got to learn how to use this thing.
Yeah, he's still a Luddite. So yes. All right, go ahead, Joshua. Get us out of here.